felt you cold when you were headed for the skies. But you were young and bold, and baby, didn't that change with a wink of your eye? Now no one's talking about those crazy days gone by. No one talks about the times you cried.
Here is the satellite weather radar for the 4th of January 2016. They made it rain. Fake as it is, but they made it. And here's what else is going on across the country. Well, here's a brief look at what's going on. They made it soot rain. Okay, it's rain and soot, and the inoculation that they, the fake rain, they've got it to go. You can see the raindrops here falling. See those? And they sprayed all night. I heard them at 12:30 in the morning, 1:30, then it finally started to rain in the morning at about 1:30. The bad boys have been out spraying. I could hear them, but as you can see, the sky's completely gray, so I'm not going to be able to get them spraying, any visual evidence of them spraying, but you can hear them, you can have the hearing evidence. And if you have a hard time and you're locked into belief systems and you have a hard time with this, well, when it's raining in your neck of the woods, go outside for a little bit every now and then, and you can hear the jets above you spraying the inoculation to make it rain. It's all been a big facade. Look at the soot on the bottom of that grid. That's rain and soot. Well, I don't know how much more I'm going to document today. They completed what they needed to do. The fake rain is upon us. There's a chemtrail bomb that went through there. But the whole sky is completely covered in gray. The jets have been spraying over top of this all day. You just have to come out every now and then and you can hear them panning all the way around. You can see how dark it all is. Well, hopefully I'll have some good news for you tomorrow, but they said they're going to try to keep this going for a couple more days, so we'll see. Well, it's another day and more spray. I'm Joseph Kleider for AscensionPathway.com on the Evan Fain YouTube channel. Bringing you another episode of Grid Work, geoengineering on a daily basis. And like we told you before, you can see what they're doing to make it try to rain and try to make it snow. Today is Tuesday, January 5th, 2016. And they've been spraying all night. Multiple occasions they woke me up because what they've done here, as you can see, they've got the whole sky completely gray. There's a little bit of a lightning there, but there's no blue, so there's no hole in the grid. But they've got this thing so gridded up, it's just nasty. Look over by the mountain range, it's so low. So what they do is they keep on spraying. They get to this and they spray the inoculation process over top of this, which then makes it snow or rain depending on how cold they can get it. Okay, that's the name of this tune. And I don't know about you, but people need to start to understand that this is happening. And they are exterminating us like insects. That's why the bark in the trees is falling off. That's why all the species are dying off. I live in Arizona and I've only seen 2 roadrunners this year. 2. I mean, all the species are dying. And when people start to wake up to this fact because they're so have this learned helplessness about them that they can't figure this out. They don't want to figure it out. And as long as they're still alive, you always hear, well, it ain't killed me yet. I mean, that's the mindset of the people here. Okay? So what we need to do is bond together. Start asking your presidential candidates when the geoengineering is going to stop. This has to stop soon. Well, I'm outside. There's really nothing to document. They've got the skies completely gray. The jets are overhead making a bunch of noise, and what you see is the black side. It's fake rain all day long. Here's a truck here. Look at the bubbles on that. Okay, it's just all fake. Really sad. Good morning, everybody. It's about 10:30 a.m. on Wednesday, January 6, 2016. I'm Joseph Kleider for AscensionPathway.com on the Evan Fain YouTube channel. bring you another episode of Grid Work as we patch in these 3 days of how they're making it rain and cold. Geoengineering on a daily basis. Got a little tiny hole in the grid. They've been spraying for the full 3 days. You can see the little sun trying to break through the soot. But they've been spraying 3 days straight, 24 hours a day, almost every half hour or every hour on the hour. You can hear the jets going by laying this plume over top of the existing plume. As you look real close, you can see the different layers that they've got it. With the little tiny hole grid, it looks like they may be starting to let it off, and we might get some sunshine pretty soon. Here's another little hole in the grid. Right now I don't hear anybody spraying. I did about 15 minutes ago, but not right at the moment. I would just love to get a red bad boy or somebody come spraying in there just to show you that that's what they're doing. They get this plume so low, and then the jets are allowed to fly even lower. These jets are flying lower than airplanes. Don't kid yourself. Don't kid yourself. And if you need to prove it to yourself and you've got access to some aviation, when they start doing this, just get up in a plane. You only need to go about 10,000 feet. Look down, you can see these guys spraying at a real low altitude. It's all right there, right in front of our faces. But this is getting ridiculous. And 3 days of just nothing but raw soot. Getting ready to get my workout in, and I just wanted to show you how thick the grid is. But there is a couple of holes in the grid, so this may be the last of the spring with this heavy, toxic, rain-making malarkey mix that they've got going here. But here's something I want to show you real quick here. If you look real close, you can see the white soot breaking out of that white layer. So again, further documentation, it's all the same, just layer after layer. About 4:30 and I finally found a little tiny hole in the grid, which then shows a chemtrail rail hidden behind there. See the chemtrail rail? I've been waiting all day to catch this, and you can see that they're still spraying over top of the plume. Just more evidence. Alright, today is January 7th, 2016, and here is the satellite weather report. The continued facade of the fake rain, the fake weather. You can see most of the whole country is completely chemtrail plumed. People say, well, no, it's raining in the grain. Yeah, they made it rain, just like what they did here. We've been watching them for the last 3 days, and guess what they got going? Look at all the chemtrail plume that's all covering our country. They really got it brewing here. And then they got this ball over here in the Atlantic Ocean. Look how it swirls. It's almost a Fibonacci spiral as it hits those East Coast states. Look how nasty. The ball in the Gulf again. It's almost mandatory now. And then poor Canada, completely covered with some thicker plumes coming in that southern sector. See that? Going across there? That's all chemtrail plume. They're chemtrailing us to death. My buddy the dove is back, enjoying the plume, if it's so possible, which we know it's not. But the jets are still up here spraying. We got a hole in the grid, and what do we hear? Nothing but from the jets above. Black soot everywhere. There's really nothing to document. I'm hoping to catch somebody in the hole in the grid. You can see the white fluff underneath the grid work. That's just layer after layer as they continue to spray this crap. Look at this soot here. Look at that. They're just going to continue to spray. All you have to do is just go outside when they make it rain or snow, and you can hear the jets. You can hear them. I mean, how much more obvious do you need? I mean, they're flying so low you can hear them so much. Just check it out, please. All right, we're documenting the fake snow on Mingus Mountain. You can see how they've got the soot so damn thick. They've got it to snow. It's sprinkling right now as I speak. I'm just going to show you the soot. Every time there's a hole in grid, there's a jet out here spraying over the top. Soot's falling like crazy with the rain, and there's really not much to document, so until we get some better evidence, this grid starts to break up, we'll be able to show you a little bit more, but right now you can see the soot falling from the sky. And that ain't rain, that's soot. Come on, rain doesn't look black, it doesn't fall in chunks. I mean, how much more obvious? Look at this. Look at that right there. Come on. It's time for America to wake up. Well, this is unbelievable. It's January 8th on a Friday. And all you hear is jets above me. One over here. You can hear a couple back over here. They're just going to continue to spray. You can't see them because they've got the soot so thick. That's the facade of it all. They get it so thick like this, then you can't see the jet spraying. But you can see the soot falling from the sky over here as well. So it's just one big facade of a cold, fake rain mess that they've got going here. Well, look at this. We got a tiny hole in the grid. It's about 1:30, quarter to 2. Sun trying to break through the soot. Look at the gobs of soot down here. Oh yeah, they've been at it for about 3-4 days now. That's why the documentation is the way it is. Got a bunch of days all bunched together because there's really not much to show, just with this gray soot hanging up in the sky. Look at this. There's no nitrogen smell from the rain because it's not real. It's just man-made crap from who knows what's in these plumes. We have some evidence of a lot of different things, but these guys are criminals. And who knows what's in those new plumes. Looking into the northern sector and I have a hole in the grid. Imagine that. Look at the hole in the grid. As I pan from north to west, you can see the white soot lingering, still left over. A lot of it's still there. As I pan straight into the west, now you can see the soot falling from the sky. Pretty evident there. See how like black soot? This is all white. This is the upper layer that's now fallen. It'll all be black just like that in a matter of an hour or two. Panning all the way around, you can see how black everything really is. Just that little tiny hole in the grid. And surprisingly, there's nobody out here spraying. I'm gonna go head in and get something to eat, but there's nobody spraying. Look at that white plasma. Oh, that soot's gonna fall. Oh my gosh. So it's been raining black soot and aluminum and inoculation wet particles, but it's not really rain anymore. Right, we're at the last documentation of the night. I just want to show you the soot as it falls from the sky. Look how nasty that soot is. Look at it over here. We got a little tiny hole in the grid. Got a little orange peel back in there. But all in all, they're still, you see what they're doing. Look how destructive that looks. And you even got some pink back here. How can that be? You gotta ask yourself, what the hell are they spraying in the sky? Have a good night. Well, good morning. I'm Joseph Kleider for AscensionPathway.com on the Evan Fain YouTube channel. Bringing you another episode of Grid Work, geoengineering on a daily basis. Today is Saturday, January 9th, 2016, and this is what's left over of the rain mess they created over the last few days. This is the western sector. You can see the soot as it all breaks apart. No active spraying right now. They're leaving the skies alone at the moment. See some plume there. As I pan over here into that southern sector, you can see the grid as it all breaks apart. Some tiny chemtrailing way in the back as they just kind of add to the mix. The eastern sector, the grid's all broken apart, all in a straight line, fluffed up to the, well, not to the max, but they do have them fluffed up. Is it all going to collapse now? They've got snow in that northern sector on the mountain. We already know how fake that is. But this is what's going on right now. We finally got a hole in the grid. Some fin work up here to some degree. How did they manage to pull that off? I don't know. But in any event, this is what's happening, and we'll talk to you soon. Well, it's 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm getting ready to get my workout in. And what people might think the storm has broken up, well, in a way that is true. But what's really happened is they stopped spraying. And this is all just kind of leftover falling in the soot. You can see it up here. See these, how it's falling into soot? Falling into white soot. If you look at these cloudoids, they're not even clouds, as we documented many times before. They're just white soot, ready to fall apart. And then in the back, you can see the black on the bottom. That's the telltale sign. You can see the black soot on the bottom of those things. So I pan all the way around. Just tons of broken up cloudoids, cartoon in nature. So, and there's nobody spraying. There's not even any jets anywhere. Haven't heard one, haven't seen one. Nobody flying today? Yeah, After 3-4 days of non-stop spraying over top of the mess that they made, and they're not spraying today? See, they're just letting the cloud disperse. That way you think that the storm has moved on out. See how that works? Very ingenious, but very simple. Yeah, I'm inside getting my workout in, looked out the window and saw this guy. So, right away they're starting another grid. They just won't let us go. Just a few moments later, I got this guy. Oh, yeah. Let it focus in between. See, you're seeing the dirt from the window. Let me get a little closer here. There he is. See, they're back at it. No time off. Well, it's a little after 5 o'clock and the bad boys are back at it again. Look at that rail. All the way across the sky, you can see the Christmas tree bulb effect hanging down on the lower edge. Look at that rail. They just won't leave us alone. And then there's a guy way back here spraying as they continue to build up that grid. And there he is right there. There he is, he's spraying. So they're continuing to spray up the grid. Here comes another guy. Look at this, one right after another. Look at that blue tail. Oh yeah, look at a plume come out of that backtail fin. Just spewing the plume as they fill up our skies again. We know what they're doing. Look at that friggin' foam. Look how that dispersed. It's about 5:30 and look at this plume. Look at X marks the spot. Look at the disastrous plumage. Look, you can see the fin work already in there. It's feathered, the feathered effect. As they got the globules, there's a big globule there. It's already turned a different color. All right, look over here. Got a chemtrail back over here leading into an existing chemtrail wisp. See the wisp there? That's the wisp. And the trail leads right into it as they expand the grid because the other grid has completely fallen apart. And they got to keep it cold, they got to keep it rainy. But just look how disastrous that plume is. Look at that friggin' plume. All right, we're back on this guy. Just moments later. Let me see if I can zero him in here. Oh, camera's battery's a little low, but we'll show you the plume. See, now it's white. It was black. Here we go. Let's get a look at this guy. There's a better look. Look at the plume come out of that guy. You notice the lights? Sorry about the blurriness. You got the two white lights and the red light. That's how you know these guys are spraying at night. Because these jets are just way too low. Look at the spray job. Look at the unsymmetrical how the plume is coming out of that. Look how unsymmetrical. Come on. Have a good night, people. See you tomorrow. One more thing before we go. Look at this guy now. It's coming out black again. See, look. From white to black. Come on. Look at the plume, it's black.
A little dream.
guess what? I pan over here, following the rail, and what do I got? Another guy spraying to make the grid. So they're just up there spraying, making another grid. Fool the public, thinking everything's normal, the skies are clear, which they are not. Look at the plume. Right across the other grid line, which is right over here. You can see it anymore. That guy's spraying some nasty black plume. Look at that plumage. I thought that would be the last documentation, but the boys are coming out full force now. Full force.